on both just to make sure everybody's here. Good morning, yo. C Students Podcast, comedian Andre Mulligan. Don't pay any attention to the luggage back here in Vegas, yo. Doing my thing. Several comedy shows out here. So what I want to do, I'm gonna open up this morning show good, man. We about to go live. So C Student Morning Show every single morning. Follow me everywhere, all the time. Social media, YouTube, Instagram, my TikTok, all that stuff. We're doing good, yo. So this is big. So what I want to talk about, I want to talk about COVID. I want to talk about the effects of COVID and what we're dealing with when we talk about not the vaccine, but the new employees. So we have these new employees out here dealing with COVID that, yeah, y'all working, but the service that we're getting from y'all is so bad. It's like y'all want to work, but y'all, why do every time I go into a business, and maybe it's just me, that I have to wait on y'all to finish y'all conversation to order a meal? Why do I have to wait on y'all to finish whatever? It's weird because it's like every time I go to Costco, they will count their drawer when I get to the thing. Like it'd be 15 people in line. As soon as I get to the window, count your drawer. But they skip this person. Even though I'm watching someone there sit there, they still skip everybody else. And then as soon as I get there, they count their drawer. I'm standing at the Harrahs Casino, and I had went to Starbucks, and I go to the Starbucks in the Harrahs, and it's downstairs, and I order a caramel apple latte. I mean, not a caramel apple cider, and I ordered a spinach, like a spinach and egg, cause I'm pescatarian, so ordered a spinach and egg. So when I first got to the register, the ladies that were at the register, they're having a regular conversation, but it was like they're having this conversation in Spanish, and I'm listening to them have this conversation. And the ladies hey, ladies, he's up her. And I hear her say he can wait. And I'm like, dude, let me get a number, this. And the lady's like, okay, like I know Spanish. I lived with a Spanish woman for a year and a half. I understand what you're saying. So that's one situation, right? So I go over and I'm like, son, I must talk to a manager about the situation. So I go over to the Bellagio, to the desk. And before I even get to the desk, I was like, hey, excuse. As soon as I said, excuse me, I was at Rick's smoking barbecue Wednesday. Last night I was at the Cigar Lounge. I did a drop-in spot. And tonight I'm at the Renaissance, Club Renaissance or something like that. So it's on my page. I'll post it up, Dewan. So as I go over to ask to speak to the manager, the lady just starts yelling at me, you can't come through this way. You can't. I'm like, whoa, why are you yelling at me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, literally, why are you yelling at me? So I'm like, excuse me, I speak to the manager. So I go to talk to somebody else, and another lady starts, she told I'm like, whoa, all I'm asking is for a manager. Why are y'all yelling at me? You're going through the wrong. I was like, I didn't even come through this way. I literally was just like, hey, it's like, hey, can somebody, and you start yelling at me? They're yelling at me to the point where the black security guard was like, y'all wrong. I said, dude, I was literally asking for a wheelchair. I just had knee surgery. My leg is hurting. Y'all yelling at me, and they're talking to me any old way. But they ain't just nothing. I'm playing poker in the Bellagio. Ladies dealing their cars out, and the cars laying in front of me, I'm thinking because 3 other people called. So if y'all familiar with poker, you get a time to call, you can wait or whatever. So I'm sitting right there. And then with COVID, they got glasses around so people can't come through. And the lady knocks on the glass like, boom, boom, boom. You need to go. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, whoa, why are you knocking on the glass? She was like, well, you need to act. No, we're playing poker. Act when you want me to act I gotta act when I have enough time, and a play calls time. If a player calls time, then yes, I need to I got a minute after they call time and you call a floor and do that. But why are you making me, rushing me to go act when I didn't need to? So she automatically calls the supervisor. Supervisor come over, he's like, what's going on? I'm like, man, all I'm explaining to her, you don't have to force me to act when I just got the cars. I can be thinking, I can be waiting, I'm woke, I'm alert. You can't fold me, you can't muck my hand. Why are you forcing me to go? What you're basically doing is if I'm on the speedway, on the freeway, and you're behind me and I'm not driving fast enough and you blow your horn, you can't push me out the way. You got to go around me. You can't do it. You need to wait because if there's no other lane. You need to wait. Let me act. So the guy, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, dude, like I have that. He's like, you don't get angry. What do you mean? Get angry, sir? I'm not saying it. And notice one thing about black man. One thing about black man, yo, we always say sir to everybody. We talk that way, but we always say sir. Like, why am I calling this motherfucker sir for no reason? We call every man that's outside the black race, we call them sir when we interact with them for some problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like sitting there, and I'm sitting there like, wow. And this is what they do, yo. When they say a black man angry, that's a trigger word. They say that because they know we gonna act that way, but that's their red alert word. They do that. They're gonna automatically say that. You know what I'm saying? They first thing they say, oh, calm down. What? I'm not doing be calm. Like, what the fuck? Police. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot that nigga. He's angry. When white people and other races, first thing they say to black people, you're yelling, calm down, disorderly conduct, you're resisting. All this shit is just words of what they do to intimidate and social out black people. They do this so much. They do it so much, and I call that shit out. I call it, look, I'm going to say this. Yes, I can wear my hair like it's the braids, whatever, dude. I look young, whatever the fuck you want to think. I'm still a grown man. I don't support businesses that do not recognize black men at all. And what I mean is, if you treat us bad, I'm calling you out and I'm done. This is the problem. I don't know how to explain to anybody how it feels to be a black man. And I literally try to figure it out. I try to say, okay, Dre, how can you explain to America and to the world how it feels to be a black man? And I came up with this. This feels black in America, yo. You're under a boat that flipped over under the ocean. And in this boat, you got this much air. And you're trying to push this boat off. And you're trying to ride this wave, this boat up, and you got this much air up at the top of the boat where the water hasn't filled, and that's your air to breathe. That's how you're doing it. And on the bottom is fish biting your feet. And every time you kick one of those fish off your feet, you go underwater, so you gasp for air. If you ever watch a black man when people are fucking with us, we go into shock. We go into panic attacks. We don't know what's going to happen to us, yo. Do y'all understand that when you're black in America, we don't know what is going to happen? It could be anything. It could be anything. People, when y'all holler angry, hostile. This, like, we as black people, we get fucking scared because we know that we can die from renting a fucking library book. We can die from anything. Dog, do y'all not understand how scary it is to be out this motherfucker knowing that if we walk outside our house that we can die at any point in any single way, and it is justifiable? Do y'all understand that killing a black man is fucking justifiable, that you can do it? Do you understand? Dog, it is scary. Oh, I swear to God to you, it's the scariest thing. I've seen every scary movie in the dude, but being black is the scariest shit I ever seen, nigga. I ain't scared of Freddy Krueger. I'm not scared of fucking Jaws. I'll fight Jaws before I'll fight fucking America for my fucking justice, dude. This shit is just crazy. I don't understand, dog, why. Like, we can be sitting, like, I can go get some fucking food, yo. I can go get some fucking food, man. This shit is just, wow. The shit is so fucking scary, yo. You can go get food, man, and motherfucker make you feel like the worst fucking thing, yo. I just want to eat. I just want to eat, yo. Why do I feel like I'm about to die from going to get a fucking vegan burger? Why do I feel like I gotta get in my car? I gotta go in a place. I gotta get searched up and down. Y'all, as soon as I walk in the store, y'all look at me and y'all scare me. I can't get on an elevator. I can't walk, like, and then y'all walk close to me, and then with my hair right here, y'all touching my hair now, and I'm like, get the fuck off me! Don't touch me! Don't, like, wow, man, dude, it. This is what y'all don't understand, and I've never talked about. I talked about getting beat up by the police. I talked about getting shot. In 2000, I was going to the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. So I'm at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. Me and my homegirl spark cash a $225 money order that I had, because if you're familiar with money orders, you can't cash. Going to the bank to cash it, they taking time. And as I come out, and when I walk out, the FBI grabbed me and threw me against the wall and started choking me, put me in handcuffs. I go out the whole street in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And you can pull this up 2000 when I was down there. The whole fucking helicopters, street blocked off. They thought I was a fucking bank robber. Walk in handcuffs, they spitting on me. Spitting on me. I fucking hate you. You fucking bank robber. You're a bank robber. They put me in a police car. I don't know what's going on. They just put handcuffs on me and put me in a car and drove me past a bank and to the other side. Said, it wasn't you, and let me go. Let me go. They put fucking semi-automatic weapons to my head, yo. Threw me in the car. They choked me, put me in cuffs, set me in a car, drove me, and then said, you're not it, and let me go, like I was just a piece of paper. They just grabbed me, dog. They just fucking grabbed me. Do you listen, yo? Listen, let me, because I'm talking to my Facebook and my Instagram. I'm talking to my YouTube. I'm recording. I'm telling y'all. Do you understand how it feels to walk out a door and a motherfucker grab you, put you in cuffs, choke you, and take you away where nobody know where you going, and there's nothing you can do about it? There's nothing that can be done about it. They put me in cuffs. They took me from Sparkaya. They took me from her room. Nobody knew where I was. They killed me. First time I had a gun put to my head, I was 7 years old. I was playing hide go seek on 43rd and Market in Louisville, Kentucky. I was hiding in the car. I pulled me out, took the gun, put it to my head. I was going to King's Elementary. I was playing hide go seek. I was going to King's Elementary. Second time a cop put a gun to my head, I was living in Iroquois Projects, and I was working at Long John Silver's AF South New Road. I used to catch the last 6th Street bus from New Cut Last the bus come, I would jump on that last bus because we closed at 10, and I was walking through Iroquois. Police scared up on me, jumped out. Get your hands up, you bitch. Get up. I got KFC in my hand and Long John Silver's. They're like, where you going? I was like, I just got off. What the fuck y'all doing? I just got off work. Going to house. Going to house? I'm just getting off work. I just came home. I got KFC Long John Silver name tag on my shirt and 2 bags of chicken and fish to feed my niggas in the hood that's just chilling. Hey, bro, here you go, Jarbo. Here you go. All y'all, man. Here you go, fucking Anthony. Here y'all go, bro. Here you go, T Dirty. Here you go, bro. Here you go, everybody. Fourth time a cop put a gun to my head. I was going to see Transformers. My cousin lives off, he used to live off 23rd and Broadway. So I hated going to the West End to go get my cousin because I had a Lexus. And every time I went to the West End, the cops would pull me over. Every time I went to the West End, the cops would pull me over every single time. And they thought I was a drug dealer. And the jump out boys in Louisville, we call them the jump out boys, in a van, and they jumped out, pulled out. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. My son, I think, was 7. We're going to see Transformers. They take me out, put me in cuffs. And I remember the lady coming around to my son. She asks, my 6-year-old son, have you ever been to jail? Do you have any warrants? I was like, bitch, are you serious? You asked my 6-year-old son, has he ever been to jail? Y'all may think y'all know what black men are going through in this world. Y'all may think y'all know y'all really think y'all know the psychological and mental trauma that we go through as black men. Like, nigga, I feel like I've been in Desert Storm in Iraq and the fucking World War II. Every fucking day of my life, I feel like I'm at war. Every day of my life, I got to protect my civil rights. Every day of my life, I got to protect my innocence. I could be accused for rape. I could be accused for being fitting the description. I could be I'm in the wrong place. Just because of my hair, I look like a thug. I'm black, I look young. They think I'm some on in, but I'm some teenager. So these motherfuckers talk to me like I'm some kid. I'm a grown ass man. They look at me, I look young. They see me, they talk to me like I'm some kid, and to them I'm a boy. I'm a boy. Do y'all understand how it feels to be a black man, to be treated like a fucking boy, to be treated like a fucking boy your whole life? Not only from your mama, but your whole life, you a fucking boy. Nobody listens to you. Nobody wants to talk to you. They talk down to you. They fucking intimidate. They continuously put shit in your head to make you fucking counterclockwise yourself and think shit is right. And you thinking you don't know. Screw, like, what's going on here? You in school and they separate you. You in school, man. You in school and you love it. Then they separate you and say, hey, do you get welfare? And all the people on welfare got to go to another classroom. And then you learning Shakespeare. And then they like, oh, no, we want you to do it. And they keep fucking with you. And you're like, oh, what is going on? What is this information y'all teaching me? What are y'all telling me? I don't understand this shit. Oh, go to church. Church Christians are hanging Christians and y'all want me to go to church, but y'all don't give a fuck about me. Y'all just trying to control my mind. Y'all trying to control everything that I have. Like, what the fuck? I've been a nigga. I've been a boy. I'm no good. I'm just like my daddy. Are you going to end up like this? Or you got to be a football player. You got to be a basketball player. You can't be a scientist. You can't be a mathematician. You can't be an oceanographer. You can't be a fucking nothing unless there's something there. They ain't telling you can't be no engineer. They ain't telling you about being an engineer. You're a football, you're a basketball player. Are you going to make sure you don't have no babies? So we just got to make sure you don't have no babies or go to jail. But nobody gives a fuck about me at all. Every single person in this world is trying to just control a black man, the black mother. The black mother's controlling us. Society's controlling us. Cops controlling us. Women try to, like, it's, what the fuck? It's scary. It's scary. Dog, the only thing I dream about is trying to live to fucking 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to wake up and reach my goals and be happy. Be happy, yo. See, the thing about us as black men is that y'all always think we're being manipulative. You always think that we're manipulating and that we're trying to turn it around and nothing's always the truth, right? Like y'all lying. Y'all cheaters and y'all this and y'all this. Everything about a black man that is wrong is number one. We're the number one criminals. We're the number ones that die from high blood pressure. We're the number one to leave the baby alone. We're the number one to flunk out of school. We're the number one to do this. Hey, sometimes I don't know what to tell my son because I'm still trying to figure out as a man how I can live. And it's crazy because you can't tell your son, hey, when the police pull you over, you know, don't move, put your hands out the window. Like, I don't know what to tell my son what to do when cops pull him over. I don't know what to do when my son came to me and he like, hey dad, uh uh this lady keeps yelling for no reason. And I'm like, what for? It's like, well, she tells me I have to sit in the back of the room. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we deal with. I don't know what, I get bad service damn near everywhere I go. I expect that, and I really do expect that as a black man. I expect every time I go somewhere, people, it's just crazy. And I used to think it was me. I was like, okay, Drake, is you? Is it you? Are you the reason why bullshit keep happening? But how is it that I can tell you my story and another black man can come up and tell you the same fucking story that he went through? Why is it that majority of black men, we all have the same stories on every single level? Everything. Everything we all got. Why? How's it that even black men that are better than their fucking fathers end up being like their fathers because the women or the justice system try to keep us out of our kids' life anyway? Like, it's weird. Y'all might be like, oh no, it's the truth. Why is it that good men look bad and bad men look good? Most of the women I know that baby daddies don't give a shit about their kids got free reigns to pick up their kids any day they want to. Come and get this kid whenever. But yet alone good men that want to take care of their kids, they're fighting the justice system, they're fighting child support, they're fighting all that just to take care of their kids. Why is it that you continually find that black men are in jail, right? So you gotta start from somewhere. All these niggas ain't selling dope. They can be walking through a store. Oh, you look like this and you're going to jail. Look at the Jenna 6. Y'all remember the Jenna 6 by the tree? Yeah, y'all forgot about them, right? Oh, y'all forgot about them. Nobody, do y'all even know what happened to the Jenna 6? That was sitting there by the tree and got in a regular fight and all got locked up? What about Eric Gardner? What about Emmett Till? We, I don't know, yo. I got you, bro. Let's see. You coming in? You coming in, Des? Should be coming on. There you go, bro. What's up, big homie?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
You are preaching this morning, boy.
Thanks, bro.
Talking to him this morning, man. Hey, something you said really jumped on real tough, man. You know, I just recently had a little boy, right?
Oh, congrats, man.
Thanks. He's like 3 months. He's like 3 months now, you know, and it hit me, man, about a month or so ago. You know, we had just kind of brought him home and, you know, getting everything, you know, they had the schedules and all that, you know, going through that. One day I'm sitting there watching him sleep, bro, and you know, you have those moments where you just like, man, they so perfect. You know what I mean? Like, look at you, so beautiful. You know what I mean? And all that, right?
Yeah.
But it was interrupted, Dre. That feeling was interrupted, bro. And I mean abruptly and strongly interrupted, bro. Because as I'm sitting here looking at this beautiful little boy, you know what I'm saying? This absolute example of human perfection. You know what I'm saying? I knew. Yeah, I mean, it hit me inside the head like a brick, bro. I knew that would only last on him. And come on, bro. You know, we come from especially in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
We come from a place where beauty standards and colorism and all of that stuff, it makes a huge difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Okay. So my little guy, he's, you know what I mean, he's a little light-skinned guy. His mama's black. When he go out there and get on there. But you know, he's a little light-skinned little guy, you know what I'm saying? With the little hair texture and all that.
Yeah.
You know. And so he's a little pretty guy, you know what I'm saying? He's a good-looking boy, man. But I know, like I said, I'm sitting here looking at that and I'm adoring it. Inside of her head like a brick, but when I said to myself, I said, oh my God, this is only going to last on you for about next 3 years.
Yeah.
Before you are already turned into that which this entire world fears.
Yeah.
Immediate, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Like right now, we take them here and there, you know, where we go, you know, we get all the, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so, I want that, baby. I want, you know, all that, you know. But I know from experience, not only my own, but from being in circumstances where I've practically been raising children. You know, my mother was a daycare worker. You know what I mean? She's always been around kids. She was always that woman where, you know, people drop the babies off the you know, work babies for the weekend and you know, that kind of stuff. So I grew up in that, you know. I got to see a lot of kids grow up.
Right.
And I seen it 2 times. But the moment that little nigga turns 6.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
The moment he turns 6.
Yeah.
He ain't that happened inherently that just made that little dude bad. Automatically made him. Matter of fact, he could be. Matter of fact, in my situation.
Yeah.
I was raised. I'm the oldest. You know what I'm saying? Like overly responsible and you know and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So in the house, I was really very much so afraid of my mother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I made sure that this was done and made sure the bros was making sure this. You know what I'm saying? That was my flex. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't a bad kid.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit, bro, anywhere else I was at, school, church, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm lumped right in the same category as every other boy around me.
Which is weird. Yeah.
It's so weird, bro. Do you remember being told, and I say this to people all the time, and for some weird, and this is weird, for some weird people, and particularly women, they never remember this, right? Okay. Do you remember growing up, Dre, and I almost guarantee you do, being told, well, you know, girls act better than boys anyway.
Right.
Well, you know, girls, they mature faster than boys.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and it manifested, bro, in our classrooms. you would see the honor roll students.
All girls.
What's the little girl?
All girls. All girls.
The ones that was getting the paddlings and all of that.
Yeah. The boys. You know the thing about the dance, and I'll break this down. And a lot of people, because we were both on the Southern Stars together, right? So we both on the Southern Stars. And did you go to the Trailblazers? No, you went to the Mystery Cats your sophomore year.
Yes, I went. Yep.
You went to the Mystery. Yeah, I remember everything. And then we was all on the Thoroughbreds. We were on Thoroughbreds our senior year. I mean our 8th grade year. Do you remember, bruh, when we was in Miss Brown's class and we were learning Shakespeare, and then we were doing Macbeth, and then they came in, they was like, hey, we want y'all to teach the kids from the USSR. We was teaching Long Fong and Yak them, and they told us we weren't learning English no more, and they took all the black kids out and had us go teach all the Bosnian and African kids and Asian kids. We never learned Shakespeare again. Remember we was in the class learning spelling words and everything, and then they stopped and they said, hey, we need y'all to bring these kids up to y'all level.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Dude,
yeah, bro.
This is one thing. When I talk about like grooming, my brother's light-skinned. So my brother Will is light-skinned. My mom always used to introduce us like this. This is my baby Mark. He got good hair. This is Dre. He got bad hair, but he got good hair in the back. That's what she always said. He's dark-skinned. Wow. He got good hair in the back, but his hair in the top is nappy. That's all I was told. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember getting unsatisfactories and S-minuses in class for talking. My time was blurting out the answer. It wasn't because I never raised my hand. I'd be like, jumpstart. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, Andre, quit yelling out. I'd be like, oh, my fault, because they would never call on me anyway. Desmond, bro, I knew when I started going to Southern middle school, and Miss Young, the black teacher, I wanted to go to Male. I wanted to go to Male High School, and her telling me to cut my hair off like a good black boy in order for her to help me. And this was a black teacher.
Yes, sir.
Bro, we definitely did not deserve to go to Southern Middle School. We were honor kids.
Yes, sir.
We were theater majors. We playing instruments.
All that.
Bruh.
But we didn't get that acknowledgement though.
Bro,
we didn't get that nourishment.
Bro,
you feel me?
We were fucking straight A students, bruh.
Yeah, bro. We were special kids, Dre. There's nothing no way to look around that. But we weren't protected, bro, because it's so easy for people to automatically, as soon as they see, that man, they don't have to see it. It's just there, Dre. We're black males.
Can you explain explain how it feels to be a black man to me, dog?
Okay. I'll explain it using an example. I'll explain it using an example of something I go through almost every day.
Okay.
I work on the University of Louisville campus.
Okay.
Right? Probably shouldn't have said the name, but whatever. So I work on the campus, right?
Okay.
And, well, you know me, Dre. You know how I carry myself. I'm a pretty, proper fella.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I come from it, but you know what I'm saying? I wear myself in a way that people don't even know where I come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times people don't even know where I come from.
Right.
But so that just gives you an image, the image that I project. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm walking around with my pants down, my head back. You know what I mean? Every time somebody say some shit, I'm on whatever, man, run that shit. It ain't me.
Yeah.
It ain't what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you feel me? It's something that I observe.
Yeah.
I'm a very audio. I talk. What I do. You know what I'm saying? I always been that way. Me and you both. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the ways we click. We used to always talk. We can talk to each other. You know.
Right.
So when I'm out, man, it doesn't matter who it is, particularly brothers. That's another story though, but it does relate.
Yeah.
But everybody, you say hello, Dre.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Bruh, it's like you got three heads.
Right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you got three heads, bro.
And you know the thing about, yeah, and they just look at you. And that's the thing about Gentiles, right? So you remember learning about Gentiles, right? And you remember Gentiles in the Bourgeoisie, the way they used to walk is that Europeans are taught that they walk up high and that they have the acknowledgement to answer back yes or no. So what I was, and this is through history, is the way Gentiles in the Bourgeoisie would walk through the peasants, that if they spoke to you before you spoke to them, you did not acknowledge them. That way you hold the power. So when black people talk about when they say hi to people and they don't speak back, that's people's acknowledgement of saying, I'm not going to give you the power of speaking to me. You're lower than me. I'll speak to you first. If you notice when white people speak to you or somebody else speak to you, because you were taught to answer back, you be like, hey, how you doing? But also you say, yes, sir, no, sir, for no reason. Even as an adult black man, you say, yes, sir, no, sir, because we were taught that we were inferior mentally to everyone else and asking with the name, sir or ma'am.
With the sir.
And you answer man at your age, your same age, saying sir to them outside your race.
Don't know this man from Adam. Don't know if he deserves
nothing at all.
Check one too. Dang, I lost my train.
How old was you? When was the first time somebody put a gun to your head, bro? Like, when was the first time somebody put a gun to your head?
First time I was ever stopped by a firearm, I have to say it was before 10. It was before I was the age of 10. And it was a police officer.
What was you doing? What was you doing?
Bruh, wandering the fucking neighborhood. Wandering the neighborhood with my, 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just, bike riders and all of those shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, fuck, bro, we couldn't have been doing too much of nothing. Like, from what I remember, we was just on a little street. Wasn't like, nothing was around and nothing like that. We was bullshitting, playing out. Car pulls up. It's 2 of them in there. Only one of them gets out. He's on his bullshit, what y'all doing, where y'all going, that kind of that rap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one of us, somebody that's like all out, just nasty ass shit, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, man, I don't even know why he's messing with us. Kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. Because we kids, we wasn't even at that point where, niggas was really like, man, fuck you and nothing like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Brody, one of us, he just apparently he had a little more heart. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, man, I don't even know why he's messing with us. Kind of like that. And that raised him up. That was enough to raise the officer up.
Hey, was you walking? Was you over by Wyandotte Park by the police station?
It was in the south, but it wasn't that far up Wyandotte. It was closer to like South Central.
So okay, so I used to walk because we used to live Shavley, right? So we used not Shavley, but Park police, right? Wyandotte police. Algonquin. So Wyandotte police, bro. We used to live in Georgetown. I went to Jacob, and I remember I used to get jumped. Cats used to try to jump me when I would come through the alley. We would come through the front because I was like, I'm gonna have to fight with these niggas one day. I want to save my energy for one nigga, not 20. So I remember coming through the alley and it was behind the police station. And I remember the cop stopping us. And he said, what are you niggas doing walking back here? We're like, we going to the library. right? Because you remember the library was on the other side of back coast of Southern. We would have to go over there to Wyandotte. So he shot in the air, boom, boom. I can tell him it was y'all, or I can tell him it was y'all. Which one? Could you imagine a fucking cop saying to you, I can tell him it's y'all, or I can tell him it's y'all in a color?
The dude, I didn't get to finish telling you.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
So little guy says what he says. I'm really trying to remember who it was with it.
Yeah, you said you forgot. That's why I jumped in. He was like, I forgot where I was going with it.
So the little guy says what he says. It raises him up. He literally draws his weapon, bruh, and says, I could do what I want. You know that, right? That was the first time, Dre.
Bruh.
That was the first time, bro, that I literally was in fear for my life, like in that moment, when we was growing up, everything was about kidnapping.
Right.
And,
right.
Every time I heard those stories, seeing the TV, this and that, I knew about it, but it wasn't nothing that made me like, I didn't. And so I didn't fuck with strange numbers, but in that moment, Dre, in that moment, all of that flooded in my head, bro. All of that danger, all of that. Oh my God, I could be one of them, right there,
bro. I remember. We used to collect basketball and baseball cards and shit.
Yeah.
And we when we lived in the houses all the time, but then when my mom got herself moved, and I remember we used to go to flea market all the time and buy baseball cards, and we would get called nigga the whole time we're in there. What you niggas doing here? What you niggas want? Why you niggas here? Like, hey man. Huh?
I said, if you heard it, it wasn't even a thought.
I remember I wanted to be in the Boy Scouts. I remember I wanted to be in the Boy Scouts, bro. Like, I was a black nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we was Oregon Trail, Number Munchers, MECC, Tucson. Nigga, we were programmers. We had to program our computers.
Yeah.
But I remember they made us take that trades test. You remember having to take the trade test in high school where it said it was part of the Carroll test, and when you take it, it'll tell you everything you supposed to be, like professional. And all my shit was like welding, carpentry. It went like lawyer, doctor, engineer, vice president. Like, it's where it has all the white girls and white boys, engineers, doctors, police officers. They told me I'm supposed to go to military. Right? They said go to military, not go to the police force. Why do they tell you that? Why do they tell you to go to the army versus going to the police force first? Yeah. Because you can be controlled versus controlling. If you're black and 18 years old, 20 years old, straight into the police force, you're going to have so many young black men. You're going to. But if you go to the military, first, they train you.
They teach you what to think.
They teach you what to think. And when you get out and you like, I don't think that way, then they fuck around, deny your medical benefits and all that other bullshit that they do. You know what I'm saying?
See, it's just yesterday. I don't know if you go on my page, you see I posted this video. I've been following this lady named Tanya TKO.
Okay.
You hip?
No, I don't know who it is. I'll check her out though.
Yeah, she's something else. And typically, I typically enjoy her videos. You know what I'm saying? She's one of them. I don't know. She's a I guess a mentalist, if you will, or she thinks about the way people think and psychologist. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A black woman. You know what I'm saying? So she comes from that perspective.
Okay.
So usually, like I said, I usually enjoy her videos, but she put out a couple that have just made me be really aware of, like, just what you're saying, how people view the black man.
Yeah.
The one that I posted yesterday, which to me was toxic as fuck.
Okay.
And basically, they was talking about why black men, and I put quotations around the whole thing.
Okay.
Why black men date white women.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Uh-oh.
And that whole psychology and that going on and shit. She's talking about how they deserve each other. The reason they do it is because white women don't have to show no loyalty to white men, so it's whatever. And black men don't have to show black women, so whatever. And we just innately only think about our penis. And I'm just listening to this thing, bro. And I would love one day, you know what I'm saying, when you're doing your cast, bro, we need to pull that up and really do something on that video.
Okay.
But they, like I said, they just automatically concede to the idea that black men are just demons, that we are just the lowest of the low.
Wow.
We can't think. We don't use our feelings.
Yeah.
We don't have experiences that have led our minds to think certain ways.
Right.
We don't have none of that.
Right.
We just wake up, howl at the moon, and fuck what we get in.
And that's it. Nothing else. Just automatically just go think with our dicks the whole fucking day. That's it.
That's it, bro. That's it.
So I remember reading in college, I was in Dr. Dewey Clayton's class. So in Dr. Dewey Clayton's class, we were going over a book called Race, Law, and Politics. And so in Race, Law, and Politics, we were talking about, they did a study, and they did two significant studies. One was the Balder study, right? So the Balder study talked about how black men were giving heavier sentences due to rape versus white men that will rape white women or non-white women like that, right? But then it talked about the professional side, right? And you have two mixture of professionals when it comes to black men who date white women and then men who date white women, right? And I'll say this, and I say this without any kind of scrutiny. I can just say this about myself and the women of non-black descent that I've dated, okay? So professional black men that they know are going higher. Professional black men that they know are going higher up in the chain when it comes to like business. They tend to date what their bosses wives can identify. They got a white woman. They felt in this book, they said that black professionals that date white women, when they get to the top, their wife can be friends with the boss's wife because they can talk about their lifestyle. And the only difference was kids, but most of the time, those black kids that are going to be raised white. So they said that's one reason why black men date white women that's going to the top. The other thing that I researched for myself, this is one thing I noticed about a lot of the women of color I dated, right? So a lot of black women I dated, they always made me seem like I had to defend myself. Like I always have to defend my actions. So if a girl says hi to me, like I don't post to talk to her. I don't post to communicate. A lot of the black women also had me believing that I was the only one that looked good. And what that meant is that after they met me, they never ever had a man say they were cute again. No man after I started dating you talks to you. And black women really do that to black men. They'll say, don't no bitch holler at me. Don't no nigga be hollering at me. It bitches all in your book. And I'd be like, why is it that you believe that nobody is talking to you? You are that ugly that nobody wants to. So you telling me I picked the ugliest girl on this world because I think you're beautiful, but nobody wants to talk. I've watched black women, the ones I've dated, not all. I watched a lot of black women talk so down to me, bro. Like, you know, I dealt with my thing with my son, fighting for my son. I used to have bitches say, what kind of man are you? You don't even got your and your girl in penitentiary. You ain't no man. You ain't no man. You ain't raising your son, and that shit you hurt like he's so fucking low. And then like it's even like going to do comedy or go to strip or something like that. Like they'll try to piss me off before I go just to do it. Like they'll start an argument for no reason. But when I dated women of non-color, and I honestly say this, the women I've dated of non-color, non-black descent, they have always really made me feel like I was special. They tell me I'm beautiful. They tell me I'm attractive. They tell me I'm a king. Other women, way before a black woman ever told me I was a king. I never heard I was a king from a black woman until like 2018. But white women, Asian women, Indian women, all were telling me I was a king and I was an ancient king since I've been dating them as a kid. You're a king. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason why a lot of black men do date outside their race, because we get tired of being fighting for just a, like, it's like I want to be happy in a relationship. I don't want to be fighting you and arguing with you and like I want to feel like I'm special. Why do I get with you and I don't feel beautiful no more? I don't feel attractive no more. I don't feel like I can talk to anybody no more. Like I can't have friends.
Right there, what you just said. All right, you just asked
My
such
fault.
a question.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
You asked a very profound question. You said, "Why is it that I gotta feel like I'm not beautiful to you?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. When you say that, bro, I'm talking about that shit vibrates in me so strong because I mean, not on no weird weak shit or nothing like that. But I'd never been told I was beautiful by a woman until like a year or two ago, type shit. Wow. It had never happened to me. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And when she said it, like it stung me.
Right.
It stung me, Dre. Like,
right.
Wait a minute. I can be that. You feel me? Like I can be that. I can be beautiful.
You can be a beautiful man. You like
I can, and that's exactly what she said. She said you're a beautiful man, and all right. There's a very intentional reason, bro. Yeah. All right, check this out. And I think it's something that we all miss in this conversation. Okay. I really, really do. Okay. In our history as black people, yeah. Right. When the moment that white supremacy became a thing, even in its infancy. When it was just an idea kind of shit. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. And so, I'm talking way back there, right? Yeah. It was marked that the number one threat to it was the black man. Yeah. Right? As it ruled by white men, right? Right. So the number one thing that they feared is the superiority of a black man. That there absolutely inherently exists a superiority, right? But the perceived superiority of the black man, right? Right? That automatically makes us a threat to their success. Yeah. Okay? By them being the ruling class, the ones that have been right? Yeah. They made that picture prominent. Okay. Yeah. In their strategies and tactics of controlling and ruling over us, they've indoctrinated those ideas into the populace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is before even real the new colonies slavery. Oh, you right? Trying to get deep. You trying to get deep. Yeah. Check me out. Okay. It's before even that, right? So this is where the idea gets incepted, right? Okay. And they learn, right, that our strength, the black man, comes from our family. Right. Right? It's the cycle, not just individually. Wow. You dig what I'm saying? Right. Not just individually, but even the cycle of the strong black family. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because that's where we get our values. That's where we'll get our culture. Yeah. And that's where we'll get the idea and the fire to fight against any. Right. 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 I.e., white supremacy. Yeah. Right. Okay. So they know that this family is our superpower. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You feel me? army is the black man. All right,
Right.
that's the one thing that stands in our way of total global domination. Right. Now let's figure out our enemy and what the fuck weaknesses he have. He don't got fucking very many. He don't got many weaknesses.
Right.
He's a strong, smart planet. Matter of fact, anything we come up with, the planet's gonna fucking incept into him to fix it. We got to figure this shit out.
Right.
What can we do that can hurt this motherfucker? Oh, that nigga do anything for them babies and that woman.
Right.
He do it. He does everything for that baby and that woman.
Everything.
Right. And that woman, in a symbiotic fashion, does and will do anything for that man and that baby.
Right.
All right. So check 1, 2. They figure that out. Right. So
right.
If we interfere with that now, we can get him to heal. Right.
Okay.
And they start early. This started way early, bro. You dig what I'm saying? They realized that the family was it. So they started. That's why this kidnapping and all that, rape and torture and all that stuff happened, because it becomes an interference with this cycle of culture, right?
Okay.
That in that structure. Okay.
Okay.
Fast forward now to up to the slavery and all that, right? Where they're doing the buck busting and they're intentionally ruining this family structure.
Right.
They're raping the women. They're turning the women against the men. And,
right.
bringing them into their house. They saying, well, you can't do this, or you can't do that, or I'm gonna rape you, and you don't tell him, or you go tell him. All this shit, or you bring your son in here and you rape him. And all of this shit has been psychological trauma. All right, right?
Right.
And genetically, right, there become fucking defense mechanisms. Genetically. It starts out individually where, the women and men in these situations had to cope and find ways to deal with. Of course, you can't deal with these toxic situations in a healthy way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in those circumstances. So these ideas just kind of start getting compounded on the family structure psyche, right?
Right.
Now, mama's like, I love this nigga. Heard what I said, nigga.
Yeah.
He ain't a man no more. That's centuries gone, right?
Yeah.
I love this nigga, but the nigga's a liability. I don't give a damn what the nigga's nature is. He's a liability. If he's the strongest, he's a target. Huh?
Yeah.
If he's the weakest, he's a target.
He's a target.
Huh?
Yep.
Right?
Right.
So here's the first thing is, and this is just, it's the grown. I ain't even moved on to the baby yet. Right?
Okay.
It's the grown. It's the grown man, right? It's the mate. Right?
Okay.
If he's the strongest, Massa gonna get it.
Gonna break him.
Right?
You break it.
If I show Massa, because Massa love this ass that I got, so that I love him,
right?
Massa gonna get it.
Massa gonna get it. Massa gonna understand.
I gotta show Massa that nigga don't mean no more to me than he do to you, Massa.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
or else Massa gonna get him.
Or else Massa, son, this is the sad part about it though, bro. When you talked about, you said it was a few years ago, maybe a year ago, you were beautiful. I honestly, and this is the weird thing about it, dog, I swear to God, I've been dating, because my granddaddy's white, you know what I'm saying? So white Jewish man, he's been my grandmother until she passed. He lives with a Jewish white man named Gary from California. I always dated outside my race because my granddaddy and I come from the suburbs. I did everything, all my first. I used to think it was weird when I would date and Mexican or Cuban or white man, and like if we messed around, like I'd be laying there and they'd be rubbing me, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, your skin, you are so beautiful." They'd be like, "Oh my God, your skin is just glowing." And I swear to God, I thought it was weird. I was like, black women don't never rub me and be like, "Oh my God, you beautiful. I want to have your brown babies." I was like, "Oh, don't say that shit. That's weird." Like
it's
I used to hear, they used to be like,
why are you saying that? Yeah. I feel you. Same thing. I got the same thing. It was, "Oh my God, your skin, and all that." And I'm gonna be all the way 100, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all the way raw with this. I didn't have that perspective. I didn't. You dig what I'm saying? Like you said, it was weird for you to say that to me. So damn sure I don't think that I saw that myself.
But Desmond, you know something? I say this, and everybody know Desmond. White girls love the shit out of Desmond. They loved you. At Southern Middle, nigga, you had all. I think your arch nemesis, the only one that probably had more white girls than you was LaShawn. Was LaShawn Davis. LaShawn Davis loved them white girls. And Desmond, you got, because black girls wouldn't look like really one, because you was a nerd. You was a nerd, but you was only a nerd at school. You was a nerd with a box in school, and then you get out of school, be like, fuck all y'all. But in school, you like, hello. And then as soon as you walk out, be like, nigga, shut up. I'm like, look at this. So, hey, bro.
And you know what, bro? You know what? I look back, right, Chet. I remember, all right, so all my family comes from the East End.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where but of course, I went through my teenage years and shit in the South and shit.
Yeah.
And the West and the South. And throughout all of that, before that, I was a latchkey baby.
Okay.
Right? And I was raised by the TV. You know what I'm saying? A little, dysfunction there. You dig what I'm saying? But I was raised by the TV. You feel me? And bro, I remember. I know where my affinity for that white women came from. I know where. I remember.
Where it come from?
TV.
Where TV?
It was the goddamn TV.
Hey, you know, son, I know I was sprung off white women, Asian women, and light-skinned women because, that's all they showed us on TV.
That's all they showed us on the TV, bro.
But black girls call me ugly all the time.
All the time.
They ugly all the time because my brother was high yellow, and when you was talking about your son, and you was like, girls like, oh my God, you so cute, you my boy, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I was 5 years old, I got molested by my babysitter. And she made me, eat her out. She made me do this. But girls used to always ask to babysit me. And they would be like, feel on their titties, suck on their titties, sit on their lap. And I'm 5, 6 years, 7 years old. Yeah, bro. And all you women are coming to me saying, that's my little boyfriend, that's my little boyfriend, that's my little boyfriend. And then you wonder why we grow up and we got all these women. But women don't stop and say, this is a fucking child. You pedophile ass bitch, get away from my child.
That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. Because remember I said that's the grown one.
That's right? The grown one, yeah. Yeah.
The little black man, the little black one. That's why I had such a sad feeling when I was looking at my son. Yeah. Because he's adorable and all this and boo 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 boo. But the world's not gonna see him as that when he turns just 4 years old.
Let me hold on real quick. Hold on. I'll cut you off. Do you remember in the 90s and like the 90s when girls were raising their little boys to look just as good as girls? Like really brushing their hair, like little, like curly. Like, do you remember how they were really raising these little boys like girls, and when they will fall on the ground, they'll pick them up and they'll hold them, and then they raising the little girls like boys, and now these little girls all hard. But then at the same time, I watched them call little boys little badass, and he's just like his daddy. You're a little badass. He don't listen to nobody. Look at him up here texting all these girls. But you doing it. But you're.
Now, do you remember back in the 80s?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember back in the 80s? I was a little. Remember I said I was raised by the TV.
Yeah.
Right. That and I'd sit and listen to the grown folks talk and all of that bullshit. Yeah. Right. And Oprah.
Yeah.
Right. When she first kicked, I remember, bro, being able to go because I was a bike rider. Go to my niggas' houses, trying to round niggas up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, can we play? Can we, you gonna be on our bullshit. House to house, and that fucking show was on, right?
Yeah.
Oprah.
Yeah.
Not only would the show be on, right? And I paid attention. This episode, how niggas ain't shit. That's how Oprah was back in the early.
Yeah. Right.
Niggas ain't shit. All this nigga done done that. All this nigga done that. You feel me? Right? I go trying to get my niggas.
Okay.
And all they mamas, of course, you know, most of them ain't got no daddies, shit like too. You feel me? All they mamas is watching Oprah talk about niggas while they on the phones with their girlfriends talking shit about niggas. House to house, my nigga. You know what I'm saying to you? House to house, bro. They already did not. All right, bro. How many little boys do you know got to like they was just out there in the neighborhood? They was out there.
I say this. I throw it like this, bro. I throw it out there like this. Nigga, my cousin Jamari Dennison, they got killed in 1993 after the big snowstorm for throwing a snowball off 23rd and Dumanil. My nigga Anthony Harvey that shot himself in the head years ago. They moms forced them out the house by calling them stupid, calling them dumb, telling them they wasn't gonna be shit. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard being a black man, a teenage black kid, a black boy. You don't want to stay home. You don't want to stay home because your mom is so nasty and so mean to you, especially when you a single black mom, that you would rather be on the street than be in a fucking house with your mom, man. You remember that? Bro, we don't.
If we really, really looked into it, if we really, really investigated,
let's go. Let's go. Let's get there.
We would see, bro, that I'm not trying to say this innately because I also understand the mechanisms that cause this reality.
Right.
But black women have been at the forefront of creating the realities of the black male's mentality that we see today.
Right.
I heard somebody say something real profound to me. They was like, all right, and it was actually about my own situation, right?
Yeah.
You know, I've got a kid that's been Texas.
Yeah.
For the same reason, the fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all of that, right? And they're good kids, you feel me? They're good kids, you can feel me saying? But everybody got their little struggles and this and that other. But somebody said to me, the struggles that those children have, right? They're not because of what you've given to them. You've not been allowed to be around them.
Right.
So anything they've developed, it has been because of what has been given or neglectfully not given by those who that have been there.
Okay.
You understand? Right, so that means with us in all of these little broken homes in our generation, right?
Right.
All our little nappy head, us little nappy head little boys.
Right.
You feel me? Us when we was, you know what I'm saying? In those homes, right? Most of those homes didn't have no daddies. Right. And I'm not even gonna go into the reasons of why they didn't have no daddies. I'm just gonna say they didn't have no daddies, right?
Yeah.
And when we went to school, most of the people that was running in school, it was the women. It was the teachers. It was women. Oh. We went to church, Sunday school. It was the women. Somebody was babysitting us. It was a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't men. It was, and when you did see the situation where, let me stop. It wasn't men that was pouring things into us, whether it was positive or negative.
Yeah.
You see, you don't get trauma from the person who's not there. You get trauma from the person who's there.
Right. Right.
Huh?
Right. Right. And the sad factor about this though is that I remember explaining this to someone because they was like, they told me that since I don't date exclusively black women, that I'm not allowed to talk about the black family. That's what I was told. They said because you don't date black women all the time, you can't speak on a black family because you have to be with a black woman to understand what black women go through. And this is what I said. I said, well, look at it like this. I said, was your daddy in your life? It's like, no. I said, was your daddy in your mama's life? I said, no. I said, most women for the last 30 years know that a black man is not going to be in a family. This is records. This is years of generations showing from not only just 1, 2, 3, but everybody I know, they daddy wasn't fucking there. Everybody, they daddy wasn't there. So women know then most likely the man that you fucking with, he's not gonna be there, right? So for the last 30,
or they concede to that idea.
yeah, but and this is the thing though, for the last 30 years, black women have been raising the black man. 40 years actually, black women have been raising the black man, and you have more black men getting murdered. You have more black men going to jail.
Shit's fucked up.
You have more black men that are confused about what they want to be. You got more black men dropping out of school. You got more black men leaving the house. You got more black men dating outside the race. Why is that? And I was like, this is the reason why. A man's going to date what he likes. A man, if he doesn't see a lady in his mama, he's not going to really want to date his mama all the time. He get tired of seeing that same shit. If your mama is a diehard,
now look, I'm gonna say this, bro. If mama is the exemplary example of what a woman is,
right?
Then yes, he will.
Right.
Because I've seen that over and over again.
Right.
It's just like I was having a conversation with a young lady yesterday.
Yep.
And I was saying that you never see, right? If a man's mother or grandmother, auntie, something like that, was like, "Don't you bring no white women into this house," right? Those guys, they don't fuck with white women
because they got strong.
And they use. You hear me?
Yeah.
They don't fuck with it. When mama and them was on that, don't you bring no white girl in my house. You better not. When that was what they got when they was growing up, they don't fuck with white women. They in fact, those are the guys who make fun of the guys who do fuck with white women.
Tell me, yeah.
It's the ones who had mamas that didn't really, that wasn't like, oh baby, you go with what you like, baby. But you go with what makes you. They don't necessarily explain all the other shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But tell me this.
So that's I think that's what makes it easier for certain brothers to, in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, like I said, that whole societal painting.
Okay, but tell me this though, bro. Mm-hmm. If when you look at when you're looking at the household, right? And you look at the family household of the black man and black woman, and you look at that strong bond that's supposed to be there.
Right.
Why do you believe that black men and black women really have? Because I remember they rebunked the Willie Lynch mentality. They said that was fake.
Okay.
So I believe it's still true, but they said it's fake. So just say they debunked the Willie Lynch mentality. Why do you see more and more men just say fuck black women all the way around? Like why? Like in LA, in Cali, in California, bro, a lot of dudes just be like, man, fuck black women. I'll be like, why are y'all like that? Like, this is one thing I explain to people. I love my black women. I ain't gonna never just say I don't date. I would never date a black woman. They have those men out here. And and this is one thing I've been working on is being a therapist, right? I want to try to help as many black men with the trauma, and because I know we all got a story and they don't listen to us. And I want to be able to give black men an actual real voice, because we all suffer from PTSD. We all suffer, and it's before war. We all have PTSD before we're in middle school. We have so much trauma, and it comes from the black mother. It doesn't come from just growing up. It's coming from the black mother. But at the same time, now there's beginning to be a factor that women are just treating black men like we are second to class. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm noticing.
But there's a person. I hate to say personally, because if we pay attention statistically, you dig what I'm saying? It becomes a lot more concrete.
Right.
But since a lot of people really take those steps to do that type of research or to get those type of figures, I'll say from what I've studied.
Okay.
It's a simple pathology. It's a simple pathology, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. If everything we always forget, and that's something that you definitely gonna want to keep in mind going into therapy and so on and so forth. Everything that we experience starts in our mind.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We know this is a truth. We know this is a fact, a principle even, right? It starts in our mind and projects outwardly, right? Okay. I just explained that the biggest superpower that the black man has is actually the black woman, and vice versa.
Right.
Okay. Like overall, and honestly, let me fix that, and I'm gonna say, on a scale of all humanity, when I say that a black man and black woman, when they get together and they unite, that is one of the strongest forces in existence.
Right.
Okay. Not to say that energy cannot manifest itself with racial, because all is mental. Okay. When that was realized that was the biggest superpower, then the biggest superpower has to have an opposing force.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Once that mentality is incepted, right?
Yeah.
It takes a very strong sense of consciousness to remove that idea or that filter.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And since it's been so strongly incepted into now our very big through the trauma of class wars, race wars, slavery, Jim Crow, the list goes on and on, civil rights fights, and on up to where we are now, right?
Yeah.
It's all traumas that are genetically laid into us, because every generation that experiences those traumas lay them and pass them down in a lot of different ways, right? Especially when those things they're not treated.
Right.
You feel me? We do, like, it's just like our diet now. You know what I'm saying? We still eat pig feet like it's something. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still doing that. You dig what I'm saying? Even though there's plenty of evidence to say that man is literally poisoned, so on and so forth. But it tastes good, and grandma did it.
Yeah.
The same things are in our minds from when these not just massa, but these governments have deemed our people inferior.
Right.
So we start believing that.
So,
you feel me?
So if and I say this, and I know I'm running late.
Yeah.
This I was trying to share because I was talking about how it just feels to go be a black male customer, and a black male customer is being a black
silly dance, man.
Yeah, I tell being a black male is like sitting on the toilet and you push it and it's stuck. And you just you know what I'm saying? That's how it is being a black male. It's crazy, dog. It's like this shit is stuck. Like, I remember growing up, man, because nothing told me that I was I was special. Nothing told me that I was beautiful. Nothing told me. And the problem, and I think a lot of black men, the reason why we do date outside our race is because we like feeling special.
Of course, everybody
we like, there's no black woman, and I hate to say this, and I don't want to shit on them, but I'm being honest, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a black woman that ever made me feel special when I was dating. There's not none. You know what I'm saying? The girl, the first girl.
It's unfortunate, bro, because I've had.
How old was you? How old was you though?
Honestly, the woman that I'm with now, she absolutely goes out of her way to show that.
What's the
now,
background?
Perfect, and of course we've had our ups and downs and all of that type shit. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even there's another woman in the interim.
Okay.
That you know, I'm a polygamist. You know.
Okay. All right, I'm listening.
Yeah. I mean, that was very recent. Well, not that recent. I'm saying a year and a half, 2 or something like it ago. That also explained. Remember I said I had never had someone say, "You're a beautiful man. This is a beautiful man I'm looking at."
Yeah.
And it was her. That was a black woman. You dig what I'm saying? And so I know that it exists, and I know
Hey, if she's 80 years old, that don't fucking count. Was she 80?
No, man, she was 26, man.
Oh, okay. You know you and them cougars, my niggas. if you tell me like Miss Brown or somebody says you were a beautiful man, baby.
You believe it, bro?
You Desmond, you a beautiful. You're like, oh shit. Oh, that. All right.
Nah, man, look, I am a beautiful man. You know what I'm saying? But they out there, bro. They really are. You know what I'm saying? But you got to also remember, Andre, black women have been just as affected by this bullshit as we have. That's why they do the things they do. So, back on the plantation, you know, when a black woman had a baby, right?
Yeah.
The master come around, because master watching every fucking thing.
Right.
You know, he come around and damn, boy, so he's running fast, man. He growing quick. He running fast. That boy gonna be strong, right?
Yeah.
I had a real quick on her feet holler. Nah, master, that boy, he dumb as a rock, man. You don't want nothing to do with him, master. That boy can't run. The only reason he running because he can't sit still. Boy, bad. You know, all that, bro. That gets ingrained. You still hear that to this day,
and that's the thing. So when you look at it, and I'll break it like this.
Mm-hmm.
As much as the black man is supposed to protect the black woman, the black woman mentally, psychologically needs to be out there protecting the black man. Regardless, I always protect black women.
There's a misconception out there right now that they just automatically do that.
But this is the thing. This is what I mean. I always protect any black woman in any situation. So I could be out and it could be like somebody saying, "No, she's a black woman. We not about to disrespect.
Yeah, we not about to do
sister.
Yeah.
We don't do that." I'm always there. But I will say this: white women and other nationality women are watching how black women treat black men and talk down about black men. They are talking about it because they are doing it.
The post office about 4 weeks ago, dog.
Yeah.
And it was a long line, right?
Yeah.
I'm painting this picture for you. I'm gonna make it real quick. When I'm in the line, I'm standing by the doorway to the entrance, and there's this Latina lady standing outside. She's on the phone, having a conversation. The line's moving really, really slowly. I'm moving in. The lady ends up walking past me to another lady, looked like maybe like a girlfriend or something.
Okay.
Who was at like a wrapping station. You know what I'm saying? She got to put stuff in the boxes, right? So she was so not finished that the lady came in and actually handed her a box to start wrapping her whatever it was, like a cassette or something. Anyways, right?
Okay.
So I'm in the line. It's moving. Now, mind you, it's me.
Okay.
And there's an elder black woman behind me. Was a brother standing in front of me, right? Okay. They wrap their stuff up. Go ahead.
I'm listening.
They wrap their stuff up and literally walk in between me and the brother in front of me, right?
Okay.
And they, they kind of walking like they in the line now. You dig? The line's moving slowly up with a whoop. So I, kind of politely, it was like, hey, y'all kind of cut in front of me. I really need to get out of here. So you may want to ask this lady behind me if it would be all right if y'all stood in front of her.
Right.
Because, I've been standing here for quite a while, And of course the Latina lady, no, we was here. I'm like, no, y'all was over there wrapping the stuff up. The line starts back there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I really don't think it works where you get to just long story short, right? Of course, I stood my ground.
Right.
And I'm going on around. I went ahead and paid for my stuff, whatever. Whoop. The whole time she's blah, 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 blah. She gets to the elderly lady behind me. Here's the key right here, bro. Here it is right here. Now, I didn't get stupid. And again, you know I can. I didn't get to cussing. I didn't say you. I didn't start joking them out. I didn't even start joking them out, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was just straight up was just like, there's the line. I'm in the line. It's a very long line. We already dealing with all this COVID stuff. Ma'am, the proper thing to do would be go to the end of the line or ask this lady if it's okay if you stood in front of her. Because now is my turn, right? Yeah. So I go on in there. I'm going to pay my stuff. They turn around to the lady behind me, the elderly lady, or not behind me now, I'm at the thing. And before they even really said anything to her, this sister turns to them and says, baby, don't worry about him. Wow. You pray for him.
Wow. Just hit you there. Hey, man.
Bruh, and I'm saying, listen, I said, y'all, the best thing is to ask this lady. Y'all better, and I'm saying, really, y'all better ask this lady because y'all not about to chump her, like you said.
Yeah,
I'm hurt.
Yeah, right.
This elderly right here, y'all not about to chump her.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying y'all better ask her if y'all can, because y'all, this is not even an issue. You not chumping me.
Right.
Right. You feel me? So I'm there, Dre. I'm there. I'm letting everybody in here know I'm there. And if you chump her, we going up. Right. You hear what I'm saying? So I'm there. Bro, I go to pay my stuff. This lady turns to them and says, pray for him. Pray for him. The other brother was looking at me like I was nuts.
Hey, you know something? And I'm glad you shared your story. I'm going to do this closeout real quick, man.
Yeah, bro.
I'm glad you shared your story. It's just 30 seconds, really. So right now we have Desmond, man. I understand your, like, what it is. And we all experience that trauma. And it's like having a panic attack and gasping for air. And we find ourselves going in that and we don't know what to do. I just talked to Desmond. I've been knowing Desmond my whole life. And one of the most amazing brothers I've met in my life. Always been cool, always been good-spirited, man. When I tell you this guy has always been a fucking amazing guy, there's nothing I can say about this guy that will be wrong to you, except for he stole my fucking chorus. I don't think he could sing better than me, but he just sung one song better than me. But I love the cat. But we were dealing with trauma. We're dealing with so much headache as young black men, yo, and we here and we still dealing with this in society. We're dealing with this. And this is only two black men who happen to be nerds, who are amazing scholars. When I tell you where we were and what we do, and we definitely feel like we behind, but we were actually thinking like this when we were in the 6th grade. We were here, and they tried their best to pull us back, and they did. I can't lie and say they didn't knock down to everyone's level, but that's what it is, being a black man. And every day we got to go out in this bullshit, and we got to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out, but yet alone we try to just take a moment of breath, because it's hard for us to look up in the sky and see something clear and beautiful when we know when we look back down, everybody's staring at us. It's hard to believe that when you walk out your house or even laying in your bed that you could leave at any point. I've been kidnapped by the cops. I've been hated on by stores. I've been treated unfairly and unjust, but yet alone, I still want to be in this society that gives no fucks about me. As a black man, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do anymore because according to everybody, nobody gives a shit about me, and I can't even get a visa to travel to a country that would accept me. So I got to stay here. I got to stay here and deal with this bullshit and this reckoning every single day. I feel like I'm in a paradox in a bizarro world. When they made the movie Us, it's because we are trapped. We are trapped in a society that don't want us, and the best place to be is in a society that we can pretend that we are not who we are. It's scary that we want to shed the light on what we are going through, but when we try to, we are complaining, we're this, we're that. We are black men. We are kings, and we are here to stay. Salute you, Desmond Davis. Follow my homeboy. I love him. Big homie. I still want my solo back, bruh. And thank y'all for joining the C-Suits podcast with a call-in, Desmond Davis. Follow him. Sorry I went over, but this was special, and it's always special talking to y'all. And talking to someone that's been an ace for the longest, man. Love y'all. Congratulations on your son, everyone. Love y'all. Share this shit. Boom! Out. Thank you, C-Suits podcast. We're out of here. Andre Mulligan. Boo 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 doo. Hey.